Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today's video I'm demonstrating the results of Jamberry's Beauty Boost. Now, if you don't know what Beauty Boost is a biotin infused supplement. You take 3 small pills every day for 30 days. So this is a month's supply, and I did over 30 days because I'm not very good at doing regimen stuff. So you will see in the video that I kind of I don't know what day I'm on. I'm technically with the Beauty Boost I'm on this day, but today is really this day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, these are my results, so over the course of over a month actually. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and here's day 1. Alright, so here are my nails on day 1. Technically, it is day 2. I actually took some of the Beauty Boost pills late last night. But these are my nails, how they look essentially right now within the past 24 hours. And sorry if I'm a little nasally and ick in this section of the video. I'm actually pretty sick, so that is why I sound really bad. But let me just go from my left hand to my right hand. So on my left hand, on my thumb, as you can see on my thumb, I have these white ridges right here. So I'm hoping that the Beauty Boost will help strengthen my nail from the cuticle up. So I'm not necessarily, expecting a miracle with, my white ridges or anything like that, as far as them disappearing and anything like that, but I'm hoping that within the 30 days, the Beauty Boost will really help with this part of the nail coming up. So here is my index finger, and my index finger actually doesn't look that bad. It's very shiny, it's very smooth both this way and this way. So I'm not really expecting too much with this one, as well as my middle finger on this side, smooth going lengthwise and side to side. But I do have some white and some discoloration right here in the middle, as opposed to the growth that's right here. So, but that's those. And then my ring finger right here has got the same white ridges as my thumb. And then my pinky, no noticeable issues. Again, I do have some sort of white from peel right over here, but otherwise smooth. Going this way, but not so much this way. So there's that. So on my right thumb, again, I have white ridges and issues with peeling. Now these next 2 ones I definitely have the biggest issues with. My index finger, we'll start with this one. Again, white ridges. I have issues with the layers of my nail separating. Especially right over here on this area. Now my middle finger is the worst. As you can see, there's this shiny part right up here, and all along right here is where my middle finger peels. So I'm hoping that the Beauty Boost will strengthen from the cuticle upwards, and then that way I won't have this issue up here. Then here is my ring finger. So smooth, almost smooth going this way, and then it's a little bit rough going this way. Again, some slight white marks. And then here is my pinky. So this is day 1. Alright everyone, so this is technically it's day 15, but it's actually day 13 of me taking the Beauty Boost. I told you guys that I was not very good at keeping a regimen, but again, let's start off with my left hand, and then we'll go to my right hand. So, and sorry for like the camera angle and everything like that. I do not have a macro lens, so that is why my fingers may seem really blurry and stuff. So I'm really sorry about that. I apologize. I still have these white ridges. However, my nail over on this area is a lot more healthier. And I took off, I had gel on this and then gel on these two. And I was noticing a lot of growth from my nail. I was actually really surprised. But so that's my thumb. And then here's my index finger. This is like the best nail that I have at the moment. It's smooth to the touch in both directions, and there's no cracks or ridges or peeling. So this is the best nail that I have. My middle finger, I don't know what in the world this thing is right here. When I took off the wrap that I had, I noticed this. So I don't know if this was like I had bent my nail at some point and this is what caused it. But it doesn't feel like it's coming up at all. Like, it's just weird. So I don't know what that line is right there. But overall, the actual nail is really good, other than like this part here. But no white ridges, and as far as I can tell, it's not peeling at all. But I'll just have to see what in the world that thing is. So on to my ring finger again. My nail along this side is a lot better looking compared to up at the top here where I have these white ridges and stuff. And then lastly, I have this white ridge right here. But that's pretty much it. I do have some white streaking along here, but it's nothing like too bad. It's mostly just cosmetic. It's not something like my thumb where these are really deep and peeling sort of stuff. So now on to my thumb over here. Definitely the same issues on this thumb as with this one, with these ridges and all these little white bumps and stuff from the top layer of the nail coming off. But what is mattering the most to me is this area right here. As long as this area is getting healthy right now, all this should go away, because this will obviously move upwards as my nail grows. This index finger, as you've seen when I did day 1, there was a crack in a ridge right over here. It is now growing out this way, and it's not really coming up a little bit. It was a lot earlier in the week, And you could totally tell, like, when I was wearing the jams on this finger, it just looked really, really bad. You can see it, like, actually coming up through the wrap. It was just really weird. But not so much right now. So, again, cuticle area is really nice, though. So, like I've said in day one, this one was the worst nail that I had. I took the wrap off that I did with this one, and there was no bubbling or peeling up in this area, which I was like really excited about. I still have a little bit of marking where that area was, but I was just happy that there wasn't any further damage when I took off the wrap from this nail. So now my ring finger over here, and I really need to clean up my cuticles for real. But anyway, so this nail is looking pretty good. It does have some ridges along here, the white, along the sides right here and right here. But other than that, it's in pretty good shape. Same thing with my pinky nail. So that is officially day 13. So now I'm going to put on some Halloween wraps because it's going to be that time of year and I really want to make the most of them while I have them. So I will see you on day 30. Alright everyone, this is day, well today's the 23rd and I started this on, I think, the 2nd or 3rd of October, but but to be more technical, this is day 17 of the Beauty Boost. I know it's not in focus, but that's because my camera is focused to my nails, which is, I think, a little bit more important because we're doing results. Okay, so again, this is day 17 of the Beauty Boost, and I took my jams off that were about I'd say about like a week and like a day or something. Only because I was finding that I was getting a lot of growth still, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So what I am just doing for you, like, I know that I was only going to do like a 3-part thing, but I figured that because I took my jams off and I wanted to put on some new Halloween wraps, the glow-in-the-dark ones, which are amazing, by the way. So I was going to put those on, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to wait for like another like week or so to do another one of these Beauty Boost updates for you. And so I figured, I'm like, why not? In between jams, I'll show you guys the results and stuff. So let's start with my left hand, and we'll go from thumb all the way to pinky, and then we'll do thumb all the way to pinky over here. So hopefully you can see. Here's my thumb. Now, I have not done anything with my nails as far as oiling them or using lotion right now. So this is like true what my results are with complete naked nail type of stuff. So as you can see from my thumb, I still have these white ridges from where, like, I don't know, maybe like the jams were peeling. I actually think this was from the True Shine. The True Shine gel, it does say that your nails should be healthy to use it. That way you don't have damage and stuff. But I know that some other ladies that use the jams by themselves, they still get some damage and stuff. But that is why I'm doing this thing. As you can see, that's all I have left. But That is why I'm doing the Beauty Boost, and that way you can see if it's actually really worth it. So again, this whole part right here, not too worried about, only because what matters is what's right down here. Beauty Boost restores your nail from all the way back in here and goes out. So that's why I'm not too worried about all this stuff, but the fact that this is really, really coming along, and I think, let me see if I can, so from the cuticle here to about right here, that is how much, that's about how much my nails have grown in 17 days, which is crazy. Now to my index finger. This finger is oh so beauteous, oh so lovely. This is like by far one of my better looking nails. And so I am hoping and thinking that if Beauty Boost does its job as it says it's supposed to, this is how my nail is supposed to look, or all of my nails are supposed to look. Not necessarily upon completion of the supplements, but this is by far like the best looking nail that I have. So I'm hoping that this result carries over into all the rest of my fingers. So now on to my middle finger. As I showed you in my last video, I have this sort of like, I don't know what it is. It's like a crack or like a, I don't know. I don't know exactly, but it's no big deal. When I have the jams on, it doesn't affect the application at all or anything, but I do see like this little, it's not so much a hole, but it's like a clear portion in my nail. But again, all that matters is from here. So this part is looking really nice, and again, if I can show a cutoff point, that's probably how much my nails have grown. So now on to my ring finger. This one, of course, still have the white ridges from damage and whatnot, but so far the growth is about right here. And it's just crazy to me how much my nails, like I can actually see the difference in the growth of my nails. I mean, I always knew that my nails grew really long and pretty fast, but I'm surprised that, you know, actually keeping a track of days, it shows you exactly like how much they've grown. Although technically, although it's 17 days with the Beauty Boost supplements, it is probably more along the lines of day 23, 24 that you're seeing all this growth. But here is my pinky. No real noticeable difference, so to speak. I do have this sort of thing right here, but again, we want to focus on what's going on at the cuticle. And then this whole like bleeding thing that's going on, like the bleeding of the white into the pink. I've always had that problem with this nail. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, that's not really a big concern for me, but so this is the results of my left hand with Beauty Boost. And I should say that this whole bleeding effect was way, way worse before on these two fingers as well as these two, especially these two, because these two were taking the most damage. But now that I'm showing you the right hand, we'll go and see the thumb. So white ridges, as to be expected as far as the difference, or not so much a change in that from the last video. But again, right here is where I want to focus on. And the cutoff, I would say, is probably right here. Right about there. So yeah, overall, not too bad. Still gotta wait for like all this stuff to just kind of make its way out. And that'll take a couple months. But again, not too bad for what's going on over here. This is the index finger, of course, and as you can see, this thing is still continuing to grow out, which is great, and I'm not noticing any sort of other sort of pits or white lines. Sorry, I just had to like do a closer up of it, but this, I'm really happy that it's like moving. It's like growing out now, but there's no continuation of the crack going like into the nail plate here. So that's really, really good. I'm really happy about that because again, for these two, the free edge of the nail has been quite a problem for the past, I'd say 3 or 4 months, I think. So the fact that this is now growing out and there's no noticeable like repeat damage, that like it just seems like it's not going to go away. It's looking like this once it gets past my this line here, separating your white from your actual pink. But the fact that I'm not seeing any continuation of damage that I'm going to be seeing like as my nail continues to grow is really, really awesome. I'm really pleased about that. And the same goes for my middle finger. I'm not noticing any sort of tearing or peeling from up here anymore, which is great. This nail was the problem, like the most problematic nail that I had, with the nail layers separating at this edge right here. And so I'm not noticing any sort of, I think like 3 applications ago, for either, I can't remember if it was for like the actual nail wraps or the True Shine or whatever. But when I was taking off whatever that I had on this nail, it had actually, the layers were bubbling up here. I know it sounds really gross. But it was just the acetone, because the layers were wet, it was more noticeable, so you can see it like actually like come up from the nail. And I'm not having that issue now, which, oh my goodness, I'm so happy about. So I did have to cut this nail down because oh, I know what it was. Okay, so I ended up, I had my jams on and everything, but when I went to like catch the car door, I was a little bit farther away and I caught the door with the edge of my nail, so I had to cut this nail, so that's why it's a little bit shorter. But as far as like white ridges or anything like that, it's not too bad. I do have to like get my cuticles under control. But other than that, I'm really happy with the results of these 2 nails especially, but this one was the one that I was really, really worried about, only because of the peeling of the layers and stuff. And you can see from, like, you can see with this one, you can see that little crack that's like coming up just a little bit, but this, you're not seeing anything, which I'm oh my goodness, I'm gonna like just keep saying that. I'm really surprised that Beauty Boost has taken care of that. And so, yep, let's move on. Before I ramble about like how these two nails are just, you know, amazing now. This is obviously the ring finger, and again, there's not any like white marks that I can see, white ridges. And then here is the pinky finger. Really, really healthy. Very, very nice. So these are the results for 17 days worth of the Beauty Boost. Pretty much on 23 days. So that is the results for right now. I will do one last video, and it'll be probably right after Halloween into November. So I will see you then. Alright everyone, I am back for my last update. I've got about 3 more days worth of my first Jamberry Beauty Boost supplement. I figured I would take my wraps off, and that way I can show you the results that I've had for taking it a little bit over a month. Today is November 7th. So I have been, you know, skipping quite a few days. I told you before, I'm not very good at regimens. So let's just get down to the results. I'm sorry that this portion of the video is not as high quality. I'm just doing a really quick video for you guys, so I'm doing it on my phone instead of my SLR camera. Let's start with my thumb. Here is the thumbnail, and you can see I still have all these like ridges up here, and I have some sort of peeling up here, but as long as it's not peeling down here by the cuticle, I'm pretty much happy, because obviously this stuff needs to all grow out first before the good results and stuff. By the way, like I said, I just took my jams off, and all I've done is cleanse them with the nail prep cleanser and wash my hands afterwards. So you're getting the straight up look here. So here's my index finger. Again, still looking really good. And by the way, I have not cut my nails at all. So from the first clip to the second clip, or the first clip to this clip, I should say, this is how much my nails have grown over the past month. I will show you on this one, though. I did have to cut a little bit off from this one because it actually broke. But so everything is pretty much good. I was really surprised that when I was taking off my wraps, that from the cuticle, like up towards maybe like the towards the halfway mark, they came off really easily. So I'm pretty sure the Beauty Boost is doing its job, because my wraps took way less effort from the cuticle up to the halfway point here. So that's a really good sign that my nails are not as ridge-filled. Again, I do have some breakage going on, breaking and peeling up at the top, but that's to be expected. So now here is my right hand, and I'm going to try and do this. Because I'm right-handed, this is going to be interesting. So here is my thumbnail on my right, and again from here on up is where I want to focus on. So the bottom portion of my nail is really, really good. Again, I have this rough area from taking off wraps and taking off the gel and stuff before I started Beauty Boost. So you can even actually see just a little bit there of some of the layers peeling off. But as long as my nail is healthy from here going upwards, it's looking really good. So here are the rest of my fingers. This one, for some strange reason, I ended up getting like a snag like in the middle, and so and this was dumb of me, I should not have done it, but I ended up sort of like peeling the nail back, and because it was just annoying, and I didn't have any nail clippers at the time, I was in a meeting, and so I should not have done that, but I still have that whole like bleeding thing right here on that middle nail, but the wraps are really easy to take off from the cuticle up to just about the halfway point. So I'm hoping that once this nail plate starts to grow out, I will not have this issue right here. Other than that, again, these two were like my nails that were just completely awful, but for this nail, my index finger, the break that you're seeing, like this clear portion that you can probably see, that is not extending into my plate anymore, so that's really, really good. And then my ring finger and my pinky nail, I mean, the wraps were really, really easy to take off from those two. So overall, I am really, really pleased with Beauty Boost. I do have another bottle, so I can keep continuing on. I'm actually very, very surprised. I was a little bit hesitant to take it, only because it's like, well, you know, Beauty Boost, you know, why does Jamberry sell this thing, and is it even worth your money at $25 a bottle? In my very, very honest opinion, if you have problems with the wraps, like peeling off parts of your nails, or like just getting all these like raggedy ridges and stuff in your nails, I highly recommend this thing. I mean, it's just really, really good. And then combine that with using your cuticle oil every day and using the Nourish hand cream every day. Your nails will just look so much better. And again, I know it's not going to, I mean, with this cracking and peeling and breaking off along the edges here, it's not a miracle remedy for that kind of stuff. Things that have already happened, it's not going to take care of. But from the inside out is where it's really going to do its work. So that is my review of Beauty Boost. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it informative with my results and stuff. Again, I have not cut my nails at all since starting, except for this middle finger one, which I actually had to do yesterday on Friday, because that's when our meeting was. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this video and are considering Beauty Boost for your nail needs, and let me know in the comments below if you have any concerns or want to know like specific ingredients and stuff. This stuff is gluten-free, so you won't have to worry about any gluten allergies or anything like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope, again, it was informative, and I will see you next time.